Hello, hello, hello. Today we are going to do little legendary animal runs. As y'all are probably well aware if you play the game, legendaries are kind of a, how shall we say, random event. Now we have used the meta file to create our own solo lobby to get away from the problems associated with legendaries and such. They don't really spawn in public lobbies very well. I mean, they do, but they it's much more infrequent than if you have your own private lobby for some reason. But it is what it is. Plus, you don't have the problem with griefers. There seems to be a lot of griefers that have gotten bored, and their main modus operandi, sort of, so to speak, is hassling other people. So this takes away that problem. That's why, if you've ever seen that dude PvP Cat that does a lot of Red Dead Online, that's why he plays on solo lobbies. Because all the problems associated with people just making life difficult for you for their own entertainment. Alright, nighttime. What to do? Where to go? Of course, I am way out in the heartlands. It's a long trek to anything from here. Let's see. So, we gotta look up some locations here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I brought up the collector's map, which you can turn on the various um, legendaries and find them a little better. So I need to figure out which ones I still need. So let's bring up the compendium animal field guide. Alright. There's a wolf, panther, black panther. I don't know. I haven't seen this one. This, I assume, is the one gator that I haven't run into. Because there's one that you could do via the Harriet missions. And then there's, what's the other one? Let's see. So that's common. Legendary Dark. This is the one I don't know what it is. I've never seen it. So I'd like to sort that one out, because the one I have done is the banded. I think it's the banded, right? Let's see. Problem is, on the map, the Ghost Panther overlaps with I think the banded gator. Oh, the sun gator, that's what it is. Okay. So yeah, I've done the sun gator. I've done the Ghost Panther. There's one in the very south, and I assume that's the one I'm missing. Yeah, the Tika. So I got to ride to the very, very, very south of Saint Denis, and luckily, it is daylight. Here we go. Now there are certain conditions apparently that they like more than others. Preferred weather, stormy. Well, it's almost always stormy around Saint Denis. So all you got to do is wait a little bit. But I mean, that's not a guarantee. It doesn't have to be stormy for them to spawn. A lot of these conditions, excuse me, on that they put on are more like suggestions. You know, they're more likely to spawn in these conditions, but it's not an absolute by any means. Now this one, I've been to this one several times. Whether or not it pops up is anybody's guess. I swear sometimes these NPCs around here try to run into you on purpose. Turtle race. Who will make it to the water first? You have to admit, though, overall, like, the beauty of their... Sorry, I'm having a little morning voice. But the beauty of this engine is quite outstanding, I have to say. I mean, this game came out in 2018 and it's still blowing away a lot of modern games. And I like the fact that they don't use outrageous colors. Like today, there's so many games that put loud color palettes in there. You know, it takes you out of the reality of it, which to me is that's a real issue. I want to be immersed, not shocked. I think we're in the right area. Let's see. Yeah. So somewhere around this area to the south, I think, here is where the collector says this thing is. The question is how to get it to spawn. Oop. What is that? Vader? Missed my turn. I need to go more south. The only way to get the horse to stop jinking around is kill everything. Guess I could do that. So somewhere out here should be our objective of the special gator. Could try seeing if legendary animal pheromone pops in. Nope. Now while we're here, never a bad idea to do a little collecting, as long as you're waiting. Looks like a Knight of Swords. Anything else? You never know what you're going to find in a search. It's always good. Lots of good moonshiner food stuff. No? Nothing else? Sheesh. Nothing else. Now you might look at this and compare it to your multiplayer usual Red Dead Online and think, geez, there's so many animals. Well, yeah. It's vastly different in a solo lobby as far, like everything spawns the way it should. And as you can see by looking at all the reflections of gators around here, there's a million of them. But if you were in a regular multiplayer lobby, I guarantee you there'd be a fraction of this. I really don't like the camera shake. It's trying to make you seasick. I wish I could turn that off, but it doesn't seem to be an option. I guess I could just run around and shoot everything. Drive it into the water at least, so I don't get tackled by gators along the way. Go ahead. Let's see. Do I need... No, I don't. So I have the max amount of big game meat, which means I'm not going to be able to get any meat off this anyway. So forget about it. Moving on. Yeah, I know. Get salty with me, mister. It's strange, if you're not using a hunting rifle, you'll notice that all these alligators are 1-stars. Because I'm not using a hunting rifle, which I think is kind of dumb. Yeah. I mean, I could one-shot them with this rifle, no problem, but they're all going to be 1-stars because the game says you aren't using the right weapon. So yeah, all 1-stars. Crazy. Won't matter with legendary, obviously, but if you want to get skins off of anything else, you got to use some sort of hunting rifle, which is very annoying. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Now I'm in the right area too. So here I am. It's supposed to spawn around here. I imagine on the one of these little islands. It's a big area that actually that the spawn is encompassing. I think I'm slightly just out of the spawn zone. So I've got to go over here more. That's a lot of it, but it can even spawn out here, which is pretty far out. Dang. All right. Are all these dead? I think so. Oh, you're not dead. You will be shortly, though. Sometimes the sound is indicative of that they might have spawned. Okay, that sounds good. That loud sound. It could very well mean that we have a spawn. Let's pop a little legendary potion here. Have a little looks around. Yep, he's here. See that little gold marker on the map? Alright, 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 alright. So if there's no gator in the water, it's going to make my life difficult. Okay. So, he's out here somewhere. One of these islands. Yep. There he is. Do you believe? Legendary Tekka-Gator. Gotta draw him inland while he's chasing me. He gets friends too. Yep. Oh. Let's hope I can respawn soon enough to get back to him. There he is, running at me. There we go. Oh, that's a regular, right? That is a regular, so he's over here. Oh. I think I just killed him. Oh, got friends behind him. Where's the other one? There he is. You gotta kill a lot of his friends before you can get him. Legendary Tekka-Gator. Yeah, sure. This is the first time I've actually seen him. So, again, spawn area. Here. So this is why I found him, was out here. Skinning. Heck yeah! Add him to the list. You know, probably ought to put him in the hunting wagon. Let's do that. That way, if you do switch lobbies or something, you don't lose the item. It's always nice to stock up on a bunch of good legendaries and such while it is the trader roll month. You make a ton of money in the trader roll. I mean, give you an idea, I think I had 15,000 or 12,000 when this trader roll started. I've almost doubled my money. I won't need money again for a very long time. So you gotta love that part. Let's see, what have we got in here? So we got a legendary Tekka. We've got a Kitaka elk. Legendary Ikahi boar. That's quite a lot of legendaries. I got room for one more thing in this, so I can either take it to my camp and offload, which is probably the smart thing to do, right? Let's see, yeah. Get rid of that. Go back to camp. This, the wilderness camp, is the only reason putting up with Harriet's naturalist role is really worth it. Is being able to fast travel wherever you want, whenever you want. And it only costs $1 to go back to your camp. So it's a lot cheaper than having to fast travel from a paid location. Why am I hot? This outfit is not that hot. Maybe it's because I was just in the swamp. A little stew can't fix. Get away, Crips. Slow. I like how the stews, if you look at the stews, they actually, let's see. If you look at your stew, it actually, each one is unique in its look, which is kind of cool. Attention to detail in this game, I have to commend Rockstar. What I don't have to commend them on is having to use a third-party app to launch the bloody game. That's still a sore point with me. It's not a good look, but what are you gonna do? It's the way it is. All right, so what we need to do, depending on where we're at, is there a road here? That's the one thing that makes me just miffed, is you can't call your wagon unless there's a road nearby your camp. So this is a road, so I can call it here. But if you ever put a camp up somewhere, make sure there's a road by it if you have a hunting wagon. Otherwise, move your camp. And during this month, it's free to move your camp anyway, so it doesn't cost anything. I don't know why you can't just summon your vehicle like you can your horse. You know, it makes no sense that it's got to come in on a road. Get out of the way, mister. Shoot you all. Really? Get out of here. No response. Okay. Well. We don't have a ton of room in the bench. What to put in there? So that's worth the boar. Wow, 41.25 materials. The elk is worth 20.63. Gator's worth 18.13 plus 4 for the tooth.
That's top notch.
Yes, it is top notch.
Impressive. Not seen one like this before.
So you want to make sure you don't accidentally put in something that's going to go over the bar, because you'll lose materials that way. And that, my friend, is no good. How about this? That's 20. For regular items, it seems to be that the perfect buck carcass is the highest item or materials worth until you get to the legendaries. Legendaries obviously are more, but as far as just hunting, like if you click on items, it'll tell you how much it fills up your bench. That upper right bar. So this, that's weird. It's like it says this is less. See, this one will max it and then some. That's no good. I want to let the bench bleed down quite a bit if I'm going to put that in there. But this one, yeah.
Well, you don't see one of these every day.
All right, so that's enough. I don't want to put any more in there because I will lose material. All right, go away, wagon. We don't need you right now. Okay, wagon, gone. Too far away from everything up here, but it's got a pretty good view, I have to say that much. The draw distances in this game are pretty insane. Like that you could see everything. Oh, there's a storm going on over the mountains right now. Normally you could see the snowy peaks, but it must be storming up there right now. That's the thing. Ouch. Grabbing herbs out of the cactus. Not always the best idea. I'm really glad the cactus doesn't hurt you in this game, because there's a lot of it out here. It would not be good. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Alright. Another thing you could do late game is, well, daily challenges. Get a little extra gold. Blood money crime. 3 cooked seasoned prime beef. Or deer skin. Well, that's an easy one. Kill 5 non-players from cover. Killing raccoons. Oh, yarrow. Okay, well, yarrow's easy. Pick 5 yarrow. Let's see if we have a variety of yarrow to pick. Let's see. This isn't yarrow, but I need it anyway. There tends to be yarrow all over the heartlands normally, so it's, if you don't find it, it's because you're not looking. Can I get off this plateau without much trouble? That is the question. Probably so. Let's call the horse. Get the horse over here and take a little trek. That way he can fall off the cliff. We can both have a lot of fun that way. Because this looks like it might... Oh, it'll go. It's fine. Oh, I know where I'm at now. I know this little ranch. This is one of the moonshiner locations you would deliver to. That's where you can pick herbs from horseback once you have the pamphlet. You know, once you get far enough down the collector roll, I think it is. but it's a bit of a pain. The horse doesn't always want to go where you want to go. Because he has this spin thing that you get with the horse maneuverability. And he'd rather spin than pick herbs, unfortunately. There we go. You know, sometimes it's just easier to get off your horse and pick it by hand. I swear. There we go. 5. 5 Jarl picked. 1 daily mission done. And you get a little, if you click on a thing, it'll tell you, you know, basically daily challenge reward multiplier on gold is like 1.5. It's something, it's not a lot. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Gold is, I did buy a horse with gold, a second horse or third horse, whatever horse I'm on. I've got a couple in the barn. But other than that, like, I guess gold, you can use it to buy clothing items and other accessories. Like I use some on my guns. You know, if you want to gold plate your guns, then like so. So, let's see if I can. Oh yeah, I can clean them and you can look at them that way. That's probably the better way. Yikes! That's what walking through the swamp does. It just destroys the durability, the condition of your gun, as you can see. Clean. My giant sombrero's blocking my gun. Maybe it's time to change hats. Okay, let's see. We gotta clean this other guy too. He's looking rough. Very rough. I prefer to keep my guns topped off on their condition, otherwise they start losing accuracy and reload and damage. Just basically they just go to hell. Let's see what else got damaged walking around the water. Oh god. that one's ruined. Let's clean it up a bit. Yeah, the swamp is not my favorite place to be because it's so much water you gotta cross. You're constantly wearing your guns down, so you gotta constantly clean them. Kind of a pain in the ass. I'll be honest. Come on, I want to clean it. I went to the Springfield rifle because the Carcano is great for killing NPCs and players and such, I guess, if you were in a not a private lobby. But this one's good because it only takes one shot at a time. So if you're using Deadeye to hunt animals, you're not going to shoot them multiple times accidentally. You can only shoot them once at one shot at a time. So that is a plus. Egads, it's foggy. I hate the fog in the game, although it looks cool. I hate the fog in real life. It doesn't look cool. I don't know how many accidents I've almost been in the fog. Combine the fog with freezing rain that makes ice on the ground, and you got a lethal combination. Run into that more than once. One time over by Spokane. It was brutal. Everyone was driving 5 miles an hour on the highway. And the police officers were handing out tickets like they're going out of style. Oh, well, you're driving too fast. If you went off the road, you were driving too fast for the conditions. Well, how the hell are you supposed to know you're doing too fast for the conditions till you slide? I don't know. That one always perplexed me. All right. Well, we got the one bad thing about the game, like you can go AFK by pulling out your catalog. and then minimize it. But because the game can only minimize to a certain size, it's difficult to just go out of the game. It'll minimize your game to a smaller box, a window, and it's almost impossible to get your cursor out of that window. I have streamed the game once or twice, but in order to do so without it minimizing Streamlabs, and so that you can't see your chat, you've got to match up the screen resolution with the game resolution. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a little difficult because I play the game on a 41-inch high def 4K TV. So matching that resolution to the game is difficult. It's like 1600 by 12 something. And it's a little hard on the card because it eats a lot of GPU percentage at higher resolution. So I tend to turn it down a bit so it's a little easier on the card because I don't want to be running around with 98% of my GPU maxed out all the time. Even though I have a 4060 GPU, you would think that it'd be eating this game alive, but this game takes a lot of resources, strangely enough. Alright, daily challenges. Back to that while my bench cooks. Generally one of the easier ones. I've got all the rolls, so it's not a problem. Like, if I want to, I could do a lot of dailies. Hearty tonics. Don't have that recipe yet. 5 crafted or cooked at the wilderness camp. Oh, we could do that one easy enough. Oh, Crips just halted production. Let's go back to camp.
The Wanderer returns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At this point, I got enough money that I just order the goods.
That'll work too.
You bet it'll work, Crips. And get to work. Takes 10 minutes for a delivery, or you can switch lobbies. But if I switch lobbies, the stew I made is going to go away. Everything you've made goes away when you switch lobbies. Alright, where to go? Where to go? Could just ride off into the fog somewhere and post up a wilderness camp, craft some stuff. And make sure you don't ride off cliffs. Generally speaking, the Heartlands is a fairly safe place to ride at night, but there is always the possibility of cliff jumping. Alright, craft. Let's see. I do have the pamphlet also, so you can multiple cook, which is nice, and it seems to register that you did do a multiple cook. So if you hit left control on PC, you can change it to cook 3 at a time. And that is why having that pamphlet's super useful. Slows or speeds up the rate at which you can cook items, so you're not stuck there cooking one at a time. Okay, did that count? Oh, it doesn't look like it counted. Maybe it doesn't register. Love the music in this, it's super relaxing. There it is, got it. Yeah, so maybe it doesn't, ooh, animal focus, skill page. Hey, that must be a, I think I just hit level 10 on my naturalist. Okay. I think I've got every single pamphlet in the game that is of any use. Takes a little while sometimes for it to register everything. There we go, yeah. All right. So you'll notice now I have a couple of my dailies done, naturalist. So let's look. Let's have a look at the legendary map. So we can, yeah, naturalist rank 10. Awesome. You got to read these things for them to take effect. I have in my studies gradually perfected the skill of careful observation of my environment and become ever more attuned to the signs and habitats or habits of nature. This, over time, I have been able to decrease my search radius while increasing the number of sightings to great delight. All right. Increase the number of sightings. I'm down with that. Let's see, I have. Oh, no. Don't want to look at the horse cargo. So, something changed with legendary animal map? Has it put more things on there? Is that possible? What the hell's going on? Supposed to open it. Yes, thank you. So there are a lot of legend. I think it put some additional animals on the map. I'm not sure. So the black ones, I assume, are nighttime sightings. Still have not found that wolf up here. I think it's the onyx wolf, maybe. I haven't seen that bison either. I've seen one of these two bears. That one up here, I have not seen. I don't think I've seen that beaver either. Now, if I go back to Harriet right now, she's going to spray me in the face because I've been doing stuff she doesn't like. But let's give it a look. Doesn't take too long to reset her. I think it's 5 minutes after she sprays you, she'll talk to you again. Still, she is the most annoying character in the game. Alright, let's see if I get sprayed. I'm sure I will. Do not like Harriet.
Okay, now, you need to eat your food. Don't you trust me? Are you lonely? Is there some deep truth missing in your life? I may have answers. I know what you've been doing.
Yeah,
Not my concern.
gonna spray me, isn't she?
So
No.
many map species.
Really?
Our work has come along
Hardy
so
tonic.
far.
Okay. Need the...
You'll struggle to find that just anywhere.
Well, I want to buy the pamphlet for it. Oh, Legendary Animal Pheromones pamphlet. I'll buy that.
It's
For
an impressive collection,
$900, which I... Don't buy these. All they do is give you a temporary change into an animal freaking thing. It doesn't last long anyway. I thought you could make Hardy tonics with a pamphlet. Maybe not.
Take this for difficult tasks in tough terrain.
I'll just buy a whole stack of them.
All right, that's fine.
Updated new legendary animals. Oops, wrong button. So yeah, I think the legendary animal map updates at level 10 with the naturalist. So that's a good thing. I thought there were some missing.
Just keep an open mind.
Just keep an open mind. So this is one of the dailies, I think. Hardy tonic will basically make your core stay put better. What's this? Ooh, he's dead. Wait, what? He's not dead. He was playing possum. That's funny. Alright, where to go? Let's look at our legendary animal map. That would explain why I have never probably seen that other bear that's in tall trees, because I wasn't level 10 with the naturalist yet. I didn't know there was much benefit to getting level 10 with her, but apparently there are. Let's have a look at that map again. Wish he could put that one on the wheel. Righty. I have run into this coyote once. But it was during a mission, so I had to pass it by. I should have just quit the mission. There is a cougar I've never seen over by Blackwater. Cougar also down here at the far left of the map, far west. Haven't seen that one either. Hey, chicken. Fast travel, that's what I want. Go back to camp.
Hey, good to see you.
I thought you could craft those potions with a. You know what? Maybe that's something you can't buy from her. Maybe you have to buy it at the fence. Let's find out. Fence has a wide variety of pamphlets that you can't get anywhere else. Oops, just ran something over. I always like to check the livestock because there might be something that I haven't collected yet, because it changes every time you come around them. The bulls are the ones I have the hardest time finding as far as the naturalist role goes. Out of the way, dog. Sorry.
Been a while since you were through here. Go on, have yourself a quick nosy. Gentle with that.
Always
Trust
use
me.
more dynamite. As you can see, I'm not buying the pistol or the horse meal pamphlet. Apparently the horse meal pamphlet is bugged. The materials you make from it are not good. Better off using hay. And I don't use the pistols as much because I think in PvE the Navy
These
pistols
here are
are some of the
competitive
best
prices.
ones.
Rest assured.
You know what? Let's stock up on that.
Done.
Hired gun kit. What the hell's that for? Bandana. Yeah, I don't see. Anything else. Maybe it's one of those things you gotta buy from Harriet, which would be unfortunate because the less interaction I have with Harriet, the better. You know, it's quite possible that Harriet has new missions available to me now. I didn't think about that. Right up where that pointy rock is where I have my moonshine shack. Because I tend to spend a lot of time out here in the Heartlands. Because it's pretty easy to hunt. And during this event with the trader, you can do a lot of hunting. Let's go real quick to Harriet, see if she's got new legendaries to hunt.
happy to see you again.
That's a rarity. Happy to see me.
I've heard about a rare bison with unusual colorings.
So I've done this one, Night Beaver. I don't think I've done these two. So West Elizabeth for the legendary bison. I think I may have done this
Listen
one.
to this. Do you know what that means?
This
My
lady's
name
insane,
is
by
Harriet.
the way.
Isn't that wonderful? To think
She don't
all
look like
those
she's
years
taken
I
a
wasted
bath in,
learning
like,
French when I could have
decades.
been out here. Oh, we must push
I
on
can
with
almost
our
smell
research.
the BO from
So,
here.
There's a bison I've been hearing about, a formidable specimen if the rumors are true. I'd very much like to study its physiology if you can get me a sample. Doesn't
Oh, I'll
this
get a
make you
sample,
feel
lady.
Good?
It's not
How
going to be the
humanely
sample
in
you
the name
want.
of science. It really does.
It's called skinning. Yeah, West Elizabeth. I think this is over by the little creek river. I think I've done this one. I should have taken the other one. Dang it. Well, I gotta use the pelt. One has to admit, this game is awful pretty. I mean, I live in Montana, so this looks a lot like the area up by Red Lodge, I have to admit. If you guys like these videos, let me know in the comments. It's nice sometimes to watch someone else play, right?
Here, Gary, this morning?
Oh,
Bison steaks is big steaks, boys. I told him if he sticks so much
These
as
guys
a
gotta
fork
go.
in that hide, the boss is gonna serve him up mid-rare.
sorry guys, but you gotta go. You know what? Why don't we do this the interesting way? Oh. It would appear they got poachers. That is a weird sound. Oh. Probably want to get out of range. So there is a Gatling gun that I did not account for. Where is the Gatling gun? Oh, it's probably up in the barn. Okay. Okay, no more Gatling guns. That's what that sound is, by the way, if you're not familiar with it. Make a little gum. Okay. They can get back on the Gatling gun, which could be a problem. Yeah, see, they've gotten back on it. All right. Deal with you. No, stay off the Gatling gun, boys. I don't like that. One left. Let's get him with that.
Oh, I'm gonna have fun watching you die.
All right, clear. Oh, there's something here. Oh, I see. It's a clue. first things first. Whenever you hear that sound, that humming sound in the background, means there's either a collectible or it's part of the clue system. So it's inside the barn, wherever it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, something up top. Mm-hmm. Clue. One of the poacher's arrow bundles. Keep searching. Okay. Oh, that's a card. Might as well get your collectibles while you're here. Ow. Lots of dead guys to loot. Might as well loot the guys. Never know what you're gonna get. Treasure map. Come on, treasure map. Need to get on the roof. Get that guy. You never know. There we go. I love the fact that you can kind of Assassin's Creed this game and climb around on roofs and other such. Oh, purple badger pelt. I'll take it. That's going into the bench. Oop. All right, keep searching the camp. Somewhere around here is another clue. Always reminds me of that South Park episode. I've got a tremendous clue. South Park. Gotta love them. Amazing that show has been able to keep going for decades. Guess that's what a good sense of humor buys you. It's decades worth of work. Alright, I'm not seeing this. Oh, there it's, of course it's hidden behind the shack. Keep searching the camp. Where else would they put it? Inside, of course. Map. Okay, so we got to get there before the poachers. Let's get out of here. Oops, wrong way. Really? Get on the horse. Yes. That's right. I love this valley. Reminds me of an area near Lolo. There's our bison. And there's our hunters. The horse is taking one advantage. Alright, get off. Get off. Don't want the horse to die. That would be unfortunate. Once I kill these guys, get on with it. You. Is there another one? Oh, he's out. Okay. Now, call my horse. Hopefully he's not too badly damaged. Now we go to the shotgun. Because the bison takes a lot of rounds to kill him. Shotgun does a lot of damage. And it does not ruin the pelt. Although I did find that if you are shooting these guys with anything explosive or fire, it will destroy the pelt, so don't do that. There he is. There's my boy. Come to Papa. Try not to ram into a tree. Luckily, he's not very fast. Some of these animals are pretty fast. Sometimes hunting from horseback, not ideal. You can see how many shotgun rounds. Come on, horse, don't get stuck on things. Horse gets stuck on all sorts of stuff. There we go. As soon as you skin him, the mission will be over, and Harriet will be pissed off at you for some time. But it's kind of different, something different to do late game. You got to remember also to, I'm going to throw this in hunting wagon, just in case. It's always good to keep stuff in your hunting wagon, because if you change lobbies with something stowed on your horse, you're gonna lose it. All right, how many we got here? Hello, game. Game. Hello, there we go. So, Still got the legendary boar in there, the bison, and a 3-star deer. So we're going to dismiss this. Color horseback. There's a lot of bears around here, by the way. If you want to get yourself a grizzly pelt, because a grizzly pelt will give you this. Let's see. If you turn a grizzly pelt into the trapper, you can get this coat, which is pretty cool looking. And it's warm, very warm. For these areas, it's recommended to be warm. Otherwise, it'll drain your health core. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, it's a cool looking pelt. Kind of reminds me of the old 50s. Like, remember those super furry coats they had back then? I've never seen one myself, but I've seen pictures. Oh yeah, I better fix my horse. He's not looking too sharp. Okay. Horse is officially fixed. One chunk of hay, horse back up to norm. Let's see where we're at, by the way. That's probably Harriet. You know what? Maybe we'll go down just to see if that's Harriet. Funny thing is, like, on the map, once you get to a certain level on the collector, you're supposed to be able to see the gypsy gal all the time. But I still find that you have to, sometimes you gotta ride near where she's camped to tell where she's at. Which doesn't make sense. I don't see her. That is probably, I think the hour, or the magnifying glass, I believe, is Harriet's camp. We'll have a look at it real quick. Good idea to ride with a weapon out here. There's always grizzlies. Yeah. There's a bear right over there. Come on. Might be a black bear, but you can use Deadeye with as long as you don't have a sniper rifle. Where is he? Oh, he's eating elk? I hear him. Why is he not killing the elk? That's something that should be a thing. None of these elk are worth taking. Oh, it's a black bear. Is he a good black bear? Can't tell. Hmm. 2-star. Nah. Not worth it. Grizzlies I always kill because they'll charge you and put you down and make your horse throw you. Black bears, I don't really need to kill them. If they're a 3-star, maybe. Wait. Rocky Mountain. Sometimes there's a random event in this area where you'll find a dead guy slumped over a stump, and if you interact with him, the bear comes charging out of the woods and kills you. But I like this rifle particularly because you can use Deadeye to mark their heads. Okay. That sounded like a bear. Here we go. That's a grizzly. Where'd he go? He ran away. That's not normal. You know what? I can take a stealth potion. I might be able to get a better shot on him that way. There he is. Is he worth shooting? Oh, 2-star. Eh.
Hey there! I
It
don't
is Harriet.
fight. You know,
She's gonna be
I
pissed
leave
at
that
me.
to my friends. Could you not stop yourself? You might as well work for Gus, all the evil you're doing.
Shut up. She's gonna spray me, isn't she? Yep.
I've heard what you've been doing. They tell me, you know?
I hate this girl.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Go ahead, spray me and get it over with. Anytime you kill something, guess what? She sprays you. And of course I don't know where the hell my horse is now or where I am because she teleports you as well. Oh, not too far. Okay. You'll notice though that Harriet is now locked out to me because it has a little lock icon on it. So it's going to be a little while before I can talk to her again. Question is that grizzly's still there? Try not to shoot 2-star things, 1-star critters. They don't give as much materials. Seems like a waste. I know, it's digital animal, it's not real. But it still feels like a waste. This is why you want the big furry coat. See, I'm not supposed to kill anything for a little while if I want to talk to Harriet again and do another legendary mission. Daggone it. Well, could go back to camp. It's probably the best call. Can't fish in this creek. I don't know why. It looks like it'd be big enough. I've fished creeks like this. Got a lot of trout out of them. Wyoming has a ton of creeks that are just like this, that have tons and tons of trout in them. But the game says no. I like the fact it's only $1 to travel back to camp with your wilderness travel camp. Very economical way to fast travel. Yes, you're sitting on your ass. Why aren't you working? What am I paying you for? Well, apparently he is working. Let's call our wagon. Keep that workbench humming along. Because during this trader month, it's $1,875 for a long distance wagon delivery, which is pretty damn good money. I think it's the best money I've seen any of the events pay. Are you stuck on something? Yes, you are, aren't you? All right, Gus. What can we fit in here?
What a beauty.
Oh, what the hell? Wait. That was weird. Am I the only one who saw that? Looked like I had a lot of space in the bench and then it didn't. What the hell just happened? Okay. Either that's a glitch and it was full already and not showing correctly. No, I don't need my wagon then. Bye-bye, wagon. You can always tell when you have a horse of this color when he needs to be brushed because his white patches become a lot less white. You can see all the way across the map from up here. It's pretty amazing. A lot of games don't render distances out that far because it takes a lot out of your graphics card. But this game just said, screw it, hold my beer. So you can see all the way over to Saint Denis off in the distance. Okay, good. Well, we're gonna let that cook and call it for now. So, if you want to see some more of these videos, feel free. Leave a like and maybe even a follow on my channel. And that would be just awesome. Looking for the emotes. Okay. So, remember, hit the thumbs up and a like and a follow, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the backside. Whew, tell you, what's that smell?